Hey, chickadee, diddlies. Welcome to my channel, Bubbles Vlogs. Well, that's it for now anyway. So, what is new? With me, not much. My rellos have gone home back to New Zealand and I miss them so much. I miss the communication we had on a daily level from the time we woke up to the time we went to sleep. I miss everything about their trip. Bambi, she misses Sammy because Bambi's our dog and Sammy was the hand that fed her while he was here. So, yep, forgive my teeth, I need to get veneers. But anyway, so what I really wanted to chat to you about today is my chronic back pain. I also suffer depression, so that's also a disability. Anxiety, although not as much lately. So my depression, anxiety, and my chronic back pain. My eye conditions as well, because lately they've been playing up big time. Let's start with my corneal erosions. I had the first problem, how I got the first condition with the eye disorder, the corneal abrasion, and it's recurrent. Is my daughter accidentally scratched me in the eye. She was only 6 months, she's only 12 months old. So, hey, you know, kids do it. And apparently it's a normal thing. People get their corneas scratched quite often. Now mine, I got it done, my daughter's 24 this May. So I've had it for basically 24 years in that one particular eye. Then what happened is I was at work at the Royal Brisbane Women's Hospital. I used to clean the theatres there. What happened is I got into the lift and a bit of fleck or something flew into my eye. And it felt like a bit of metal or something. Well, anyway, it hurt to buggery. Look, I was at work, so I thought, you know what? I felt sort of embarrassed that this had happened, so I kept working. And throughout my shift, I kept flushing my eye out with some saline stuff that they gave me to do that with. Anyway, it wasn't getting any better. So they sent me up to the ophthalmologist, which is on level 8 or something like that. Anyway, they said, yep, you've scratched the cornea. So, hey presto, 2 cornea abrasions. And what I worked with them back in 2006, so it's been 8 years. Yep, 2 corneal abrasions, and now I basically live with the fact that I've got to have this stuff beside my bed every morning. Now this stuff is $37 a pop. I know, it's expensive, right? Now, anything that I put into my eyes beyond this, or near my eyes even, so makeup, anything like that, it sinks into my eyelids and gets to my abrasions. Sorry about that coverage then. And it hurts. Now, every morning and throughout the night, for example, say I wake up and I turn over, I have to have that nearby. I have to put it in my eyes. Otherwise, my eyelid sticks to my cornea and it tears it open. And hey presto, I've got an abrasion. It takes sometimes 3-4 hours to 7 days to 8 days in the past to actually repair itself. So it's not a very pleasant experience. I call it a disability because I've had it for over 24 years and it's getting worse to the extent that I have to have those eye drops. I put Genteel in at night time, which is like a gel stuff. It's more jelly, where that's more runnier. It's more of a runny consistency, whereas a Genteel is a gel. Okay, number 1 disability. Number 2 disability, my diabetes. I've had it since, well, the doctors actually seem to think I had it even prior to my first pregnancy. I'm 5th generation and all of my generation have been insulin dependent. So there you go. I'm on insulin, Lantus and Nova Rapid. 2, number 3 disability is my chronic back pain. I have bulging discs. I have spinal stenosis. I've got a few things going down there from the thoracic area to the sacral area. So pretty big area, and my pain is quite great that I have to live off opioids. It's depressing. I can barely get out of bed these days. As you've seen, I've done the face mask. And by the way, it's a bit tacky at the moment, but it's still very moisturising. But getting back to this vlog now, So, oh my God, I lost track again. My chronic back pain. Okay, yeah. So it's chronic. And I've lived with this so far for 3 years, since 2015. So I don't know whether I know. That's right. So I've lived with this for 3 years. That is my third disability. And that's the worst one. That's the one that I can't live with, basically. I have to live off opioids. That's where I was at. To the extent where it is very painful, and some days I can't bear the pain. So I'm bedridden unless I'm flat on my back or with raised pillows for a small amount of time. I really can't deal with it. So, yep, bedbound. Bedbound now, more so. The pain has gotten worse since probably, what's the month this month? Oh my God, April. It's April. So since probably April. Beginning of April, it's been like this. So, and you know what? I've tried in the past to live with it to the extent where it doesn't rule my life, but currently it's ruling my life in every aspect, unfortunately. I just can't get out of bed. I don't want to get out of bed. And that's where the fourth one comes in, depression. When depression strikes, you don't want to do anything. I don't want to shower most days. I sleep all day. I sleep all night. I've got a basket of washing that my hubby has brought up to my room for me that I've left there now for 5 days. 5 days I haven't wanted to fold it for, and I still don't want to fold it today, day 6. So it's a bit tragic, unfortunately. But yeah. So that's my life at the moment, and it's not a very welcoming life. And chronic back pain sufferers out there, I do want to say one thing. You know, when it first happened, my back, I did spend a bit of time in hospital in the EDs, and that was probably to get my pain management under control. And you know what? At all times, most of the visits, and I probably only had 5 to maybe 8 visits. 2 visits, I felt like I was made to feel like crap. I was made to feel like I was a drug addict, and we're not giving you any drugs here. To the extent where I volunteered myself to a mental health ward, because I was on a medication that was giving me unsafe thoughts. We use unsafe thoughts these days, in other words. I had suicidal tendencies. So I went there to keep myself safe. So I can't harm myself until the medication had changed over, the old had gone out, the new had come in. I was in for 3 days, and believe me, every day that I was in there, I didn't want to be there, because there are much more people worse off than I, and there were definitely many more people in there that were much worse off than myself. I could check myself out at any time, but I kept myself in there because I had to come off Zoloft. It had a bad reputation for suicidal tendencies in myself. And I did read some opinions, but I'm not medically, I'm not a doctor, so I can't say that it does, but it made me feel like I had unsafe thoughts. So there you have it. I came off that and went on a medication called NDEP. I have heard through the pain clinic that other people have had no success from this drug, but I can tell you now I have had success all around. I've never since had any thoughts of unsafe, things occurring. So in the world of mental health, I have no more unsafe thoughts, and I can only thank my psychiatrist for that, and my pain management clinic for that. So thank you very much. And I live within the Robina area of Queensland. So thanks, doctors. You really did a great job there. So I've never had any further unsafe thoughts, never had to go back into a mental health ward. And, if there was one thing that I could wish, is that mental health not have the reputation it has, not have the downside of it, because you know what? Not all people are loopy up here. And I use that word very lightly, because loopy is it's the worst terminology I could probably use, but on these drugs that I'm on, I don't really have a mind of my own, unfortunately. What I mean by that is it's difficult to think. I know what I want to say, but just doesn't come out. it doesn't flow, and it's very frustrating. I could be talking to, for example, a neurologist who's given me tests to see whether my nerves have caused, any damage. Thankfully, it hadn't, by the way. But I could sit there and the words just don't come out. And you know what? They totally understood. They understood in the way that they were patient with me, because other patients of their own had had the same experiences. So there you have it. I've spoken for long enough this morning, and that's as far as I want to take it anyway for now. I've made 3 videos this morning. I'm so impressed with myself, because my aim is just to let my conversation flow on YouTube. I just wanted to create this page to sort of, get off my chest certain things, and also to experience the YouTube world. So, I'm not going to disable the comments field. I am going to allow that to happen. My aim at the moment is to at least get 50 subscribers to my channel. So 50 subscribers, I've got 10, I think, at the moment. So there you have it. I have got 40 to go. So on that subject, please guys, if you like what you hear and you want to see more about chronic pain, suffering and things like that, then give me a hoy, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I guess most of all, hit that notification bell, because apparently that's the one that's going to deliver all my future uploads to you personally. Love you guys, take care, and you will hear from me again soon. Cheerio, dudes.